cooking apa?
Hi, this is Cooking Appa. Many of you might know Appa's wife is actually from Sabah. I guess she's a Sabahan Chinese. In Sabah, there is this local dish which is very popular called Sang Yuk Mian. Sang Yuk Mian, okay, which is fresh meat, fresh pork or fresh meat noodles. Okay, so it is very similar to the Ju Yok Fan in KL, but a little bit different. Ju Yok Fan in KL uses slightly different kinds of cuts, and also Ju Yok Fan in KL they tend to. It's a combination of the broth. Their broth will actually consist of more than one kinds of bone. Okay, but but this Sang Yuk Mian in Sabah actually uses pork alone. Usually their pork flavor, there is more pork. The soup, the broth is a lot more porky flavor. Okay, it's more focused in a way. So anyhow, today Appa will be using the white pork, both the white pork and also the black pork from Berkcious. Why Berkshire? Appa has been buying from Berkshire for a couple of years already. For their black pork, it's actually free range, and for their white pork and black pork, they are basically rare under without any growth hormone and everything nature. Okay, so now coming back to this, let's look at the ingredient. This is actually about 1 kg of pork bones. Yeah, and when you choose pork bone, there's one little tips. Try to choose some pork bone that comes with a bit more meat. Then it will actually give a more full body flavor to your soup. All right. Then after that, I'm using their black pork. This is actually their black pork fillet. Now, they are actually using pork loin in Sabah. Okay, but today fillet, I'm using fillet today. Actually, fillet is very, very soft. So what I do here is also I marinated with some salt, rice wine, and also cornstarch, right? And you didn't really see any liquid here because everything has been absorbed into the meat itself. And this is one way to what we call ta sui, which is to give some water, some liquid to the meat itself so that the meat will become very tender. Of course, the cornstarch also helps. And this is actually their white pork liver, gun, right? Pork liver cut into thin slices and marinated with a bit of salt, cornstarch, and also water, and also this rice wine. Okay. And I have some. This is some ready-made pork balls, pork meatball, and of course you can use yellow noodle or you can use bihun also. Yeah. So the first thing is to quickly blanch your. We prepare the broth first, which is to pork broth, which is you want to blanch your pork bone first. I will show you very quickly how to blanch the pork bone. Very important step. Do not skip that step.
Remember to click subscribe and notification button for more Appa's video.
Okay, so the blanching process is actually very important but very simple. Just prepare a wok of cold water, then put in the big bones into the cold water, then raise the heat. Also, you can add a little bit of ginger and also rice wine. After which you can just bring it to a boil and let it boil for 2-3 minutes. Then you will start seeing all these scums coming out, all the brown color from here. So by removing this, you are actually removing at least 90% of the gaminess from the pork bone itself. Okay, and the broth later when you cook, it will be a lot more clearer. So after the 2-3 minutes, you can just take the bones out and wash it under running water. Wash it nicely. Then the blanching process is completed. Let's start by making the pork broth. I recommend you to get a pressure cooker, okay, to do it. If you don't have a pressure cooker, then you just use my normal way of cooking stock or pork broth and use a pot. But it will take you minimum about 1.5 hours to really get the flavor. So this is about 1 kg of blanched pork bone, put it inside, 1 kg. I'm adding a half piece of big onion inside to tone down the flavor a bit, to balance it a bit, not to tone down. Okay, then I'm adding 2 liters of water. Maybe about 1.5 also can. $1.5 to 2 liters. Alright, so you can also put in some green onion if you want, and actually ginger. Let me add in a bit of ginger. Alright, I put in some 2 pieces of ginger here, and then we close it. Let me on it, and I will do it. Let me see. Let me make a soup. 30 minutes, okay, good enough. And then let it start. Okay, it is now starting. So it will cook for about 30 minutes. Right after that, we can then prepare some other thing. Okay, the pork broth is ready. Now let's take a look at the final ingredients of all the things that we are going to use. Of course, we have the noodles. You can put bihun also, even kway teow, right? And my marinated pork fillet. This is also tenderloin. Okay, so you should use, actually, if you can find tenderloin, that is the best. Yeah, if not, you can use the loin. And this is the marinated liver. I have some choy sum, spring onion, some pork ball. This is ready-made. Pork crackling, right? And this is the chili. Now, I so happen to have the chili padi, ready-made chili padi garlic chili paste. So I just use that chili paste and add some white vinegar into it. If you don't have this, very easy. You can just blend some chili padi with a bit of garlic, then add some white vinegar. Right? That you can also get the Sabah style chili also. And we have some dark soya sauce. This is, let me see, this is the sweetened dark soya sauce. This is the light soya sauce. Garlic oil. Fried garlic. White pepper. Okay, so I have 2 bowls here. This is actually the plain water, make it boil, and we are going to use this plain water, boiling water, to blanch the noodles. This is actually the broth, yeah, the pork broth that we make, and we are going to use this to blanch the meat. Okay, so let me see. We can actually pre-season this with a little bit of salt if you like. Put in the noodles. While it is boiling, so cook this for about 30 seconds to 1 minute. Then we can take it out. This eggy noodle is actually, yellow noodle is actually cooked very easily. Okay, less than about 1 minute, you can take it out. Okay, it is now boiling. I can actually take it out. And you can see the noodles has expanded a little bit. A sign telling you it's already cooked. All within 1 minute. Okay, then you can put it into a small bowl, a serving bowl. You can off the fire first. Going to switch this over. Okay, let's give this noodle some seasoning. Can you see? Let me adjust the angle a bit. Okay, first of all, I'm going to give kicap manis, about 2 tablespoons. Usually, this noodle is a little bit sweet, yeah? So that's why we use kicap manis. And approximately 2 tablespoons of dark soy sauce for the color. Usually it's very, very dark, yeah? About 1 tablespoon of garlic oil. A little bit of pork crackling. About 1 tablespoon of light soy sauce. Some fried garlic. Few dashes of white pepper. And some spring onion. Alright, so the noodles part is ready. I'm going to let's make the broth, the soup. Right, so this is the broth, the pork broth we made just now. I'm going to put in the marinated pork. Pork bowl. Liver. Let it boil. Usually when you see the pork broth and also their soup is very, very whitish at the shop, is because they boil the soup for hours and hours, yeah? And then also they have actually used that soup to boil a lot of meat and a lot of liver. This is why it's super, super whitish color. Okay, we don't have to cook this for a long time, about a minute or 2 will be good enough. Okay, you can take it out. And put it into another bowl. Can you see? Okay, okay. Put it into another bowl here. Then we will put in the soup. Now the soup, we need to season it a little bit. You can either use a very fine salt so that it can actually dissolve very fast, or you can also add in a bit of fish sauce. I'm going to add in a bit of fish sauce. Oh, I forgot about the veggie. Let's boil the veggie now also. Also, a few dashes of white pepper. You can also add a bit of pork crackling inside the soup. Okay, once the veggie is ready, you can put it over. Okay, let me adjust the angle for you a bit. Okay, and we can top it up for the soup, some fried onion as well. Fried garlic, sorry. Always say the wrong thing. Okay, basically it's done. So this one, all you need to do, just mix it. Oh, nice. Very fragrant. Alright, done. I hope you like my very simple, Papa cannot go back Sabah anyway right now. So I hope you like my video today, my Sang Yuk Mian. If you like my video, do share my video on your Facebook to your friends. Come to Cooking Appa Facebook fan page, click like and follow button. Follow Appa on Instagram and subscribe to Cooking Appa YouTube channel. Stay safe everyone. Bye bye.